If you're thinking about taking GLP-1 drugs for weight loss, the popular ones, you know what I'm talking about: semaglutide, Wegovy, Ozempic, Zepbound, Manjaro. You've probably heard about the cost, you've heard about the side effects, you've heard what celebrities have been doing, you've probably heard some criticisms, but I bet you haven't heard about the mindset that it takes to succeed on weight loss medication. My name is Sean. I've lost 140 pounds with weight loss medication and bariatric surgery. I'm a health journalist, and I want to share with you my experience and what worked for me while I was taking, and I still do take GLP 1s. The first thing that I think you should know is that you are making a good decision for your health, no matter what you decide, whether or not you decide to take them or not. Your decision is rooted in health and your health care. And the reason I want you to know this is because you're going to hear a lot of criticism. Somebody's going to say you're being weak, you are taking the easy way out, and that's not true. Excess weight and obesity are really complicated. In fact, the American Medical Association recognized that obesity is a chronic disease that requires ongoing medical care 12 years ago. So this is about healthcare. It's not about the easy way out. Not everybody can use lifestyle to lose weight. Some people need legitimate medical help. So you are making a decision for your health, and you are entitled to do that. You deserve health care. Just like you would go to the doctor for any other health condition, you deserve to be able to go to the doctor to get help with excess weight or obesity without judgment. So don't criticize yourself. Don't let other people criticize you. If you are going to the doctor to get legitimate medical help for a legitimate health issue, which is what obesity is. I want you to know that, okay? That's important to have in your head as you go forward. Here's one other point. Just recently, the American College of Cardiologists wrote a statement saying that people should not be required to try and fail at lifestyle, and they consider GLP-1 drugs to be a first-line treatment for obesity, especially when it can help people with heart disease. So I want you to know this is legitimate health care, and you're not taking the easy way out. You're not weak for getting health care. You're actually strong for saying, I need help, and I'm going to go get it. You're strong. I want you to know that. All right, here's the second thing that I think you should know. That is to think long term. And there's two reasons why I'm saying this. The first one is these drugs, particularly GLP-1 drugs, are meant to be taken long term. So if you just need to lose several pounds, 10 pounds, something small to get ready for an event, this is not the right treatment for that. This is not the medical care for that. If you are thinking you will take these drugs to reach a particular weight goal and then stop, you want to talk to your care provider about that. That's not how these drugs are meant to work. And there's more that you should know about how they work and why your body needs them if you lose weight on them. So GLP-1 drugs are a synthetic version of a hormone that our bodies naturally make when we eat. In some people with obesity, not everybody, but with some people with obesity, either the gut is not making enough GLP-1 or the brain is not very sensitive to GLP-1. Your body's never going to just start spontaneously making it on its own. So that's why these drugs work and help people lose weight, is because you're finally getting the GLP, more than enough of GLP, more than GLP that your body would normally make, but you're getting the GLP-1 that your body needs. So if you stop taking it, studies show that 2/3 of people who stop taking these drugs regain the weight. And it's not that the drug failed. It's not that they failed. It's that their bodies needed the GLP-1 and then they stopped that supply. Think about it like if you need to control your cholesterol with statins, or if you need to take medication to control your blood pressure and then you stop, your blood pressure is going to go back up or your cholesterol is going to go back up. So it's the same kind of approach. Like if your body needs GLP-1, you lose weight on these drugs, and then you stop taking it, your body's not just going to start making its own GLP-1. So you need to have a long-term approach. The other thing about having a long-term mindset is when you start taking the medication. A lot of people expect to see really quick results like in a week or two, or they get discouraged if they don't see the scale move after a week or two. And usually, when you start taking these medications, the care provider is going to start you on a low dose that's not really be meant to be enough to actually trigger significant weight loss. It's enough to get your body used to the medicine. Your body needs to get used to it. So the normal approach is that you're on a low dose for up to 4 weeks to let your body get used to it. You may see some weight loss, but it might not be much. You may not see any weight loss at all. And after you go through that initial period of your body adjusting to the medication, then your provider will bump up the dose to a therapeutic amount to help trigger weight loss. And then after that, it might take like another 2 weeks. So give it at least 6 to 8 weeks before you feel like this isn't working. Okay, so that's how you should have a long-term mindset when it comes to these medications. The third thing is I want you to think about building a team around you. Think team. I know that the traditional approach to weight care and weight loss has always been, oh, this is a you thing. It's always been on the individual. But just like people who have other conditions build a team of care providers and support around them, you deserve and you need a team of support around you. So find care providers who are compassionate about understanding obesity and about giving you the care that you need and about managing you while you're on the medication. So you need a care provider to help manage the medication. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. And then your other care providers should be supportive too. So if you have specialists that you work with, like they should be supportive too. They may not manage the medication for you, but they should be supportive of you using medical care for weight loss. And to be honest, a lot of them will probably be glad that you're doing it if it's something that you truly need. The other thing is that you should consider building the support network you need to succeed in everyday life. So hopefully your family will be there to support you. You have friends who can support you. Maybe you have an accountability buddy or a health coach or a meal prep buddy, something like that. Whatever you need, an exercise buddy, whatever you need to succeed, build that little world, build that circle around you. That will help you tremendously. It helped me a lot. All right, so let's talk about thinking to nourish your body. This is a big one because typically when we diet, we're always thinking about cutting calories and cutting back and what else can I cut out and restricting yourself. I can't have this, I can't have that. So these medications are really powerful. Like this is not your grandmama's AIDS appetite suppressant. These are really powerful drugs that flip the table. For me, it flipped the table for me. It wasn't about what can I cut out, making sure I stay within a certain number of calories. It was more about I need to nourish my body. I need to make sure I'm eating enough. That's how intense these medications, and for me, I did medication with weight loss surgery. That's how intense the change was. So you want to pay attention to that. Make sure you are nourishing your body. You need to get enough calories. Your body needs calories to move. If you're exercising, you need calories to be able to do those activities. If you got kids, you're going to need some calories. So don't think of calories as inherently bad. Calories give your body the energy it needs to live every day. You burn calories just to breathe and just for your heart to beat. You need to make sure your body has enough calories for the everyday activities that it does. So think about nourishing your body. Calories are not inherently bad. They give you energy that you need. You need nutrients, you need vegetables, you need fruit, you need protein, you need healthy fat for your body to operate properly. Think about nourishing your body. If there are things in your kitchen that you know are going to trip you up, you know what your goals are, then remove those things from your kitchen if you can. I get that if you live with other people, they may want certain things in the house. So maybe hide them, put them in the back of the pantry, put them in the back of the fridge, and move up the things that do align with your goals. So make it easy for yourself. Make your environment supportive of your goals. And then also you should know that it's important and it's okay to continue to eat foods that are an important part of your food traditions and your food culture. So if you grew up eating plantains, go ahead and eat plantains. If you grew up eating white rice, eat white rice. It's not that much different than brown rice nutritionally. And a lot of dietitians are now saying you can make up for it by just adding vegetables with the white rice. So if that's important to you, go ahead and eat it. Just, you might adjust how much you eat, but don't deprive yourself, especially if it's something that's important to your food culture and that's an important part of your identity. So have have a mindset of nourishing your body, and part of that is paying attention to your culture and your social life and your identity as well. All right. The fifth thing that I want you to know is don't give up. A lot of times people will feel like, hey, it's not working, and they're looking for a quick result in a week or two. Don't give up. We've already had that conversation. But even long term, if down the road your weight stalls or you start to regain, don't give up. Don't feel like the medication isn't working. It may not be working, but don't give up on yourself. Go back to that team of providers that we talked about building around you. Go back to the person who prescribed you the medicine. They should be monitoring you on a regular basis anyway and checking in with you to see how you're doing, whether you're having any side effects, how's your appetite. Like, they should be checking in with you anyway. Check in with your physician if you feel like things aren't going well, you're not seeing the success that you want. They may be able to adjust your prescription. They may be able to change your medication. They may add another medication. There are a lot of weight loss medications out there, and they can be used in combination to help you reach your health goals. So stay in touch with your care provider. It could be very helpful to them to have a food diary for a couple of days, not necessarily to police yourself, but just so they can see what's going on and look at all the factors and see what they can adjust and help you adjust. You might want to keep a fitness diary for a week so they can kind of see what you've been doing. That might help them decide what's next for your care. But don't give up on yourself. Obesity is a chronic disease. There's no cure. It is both progressive and relapsing. So ongoing health care is really important. It's important to stay in touch with a care provider who really understands the nature of obesity and can help you navigate it. Sometimes your body will change. Obesity is complex enough that when we lose weight, sometimes it will adjust your hormones, it will adjust your metabolism, it will adjust your brain chemistry to try to make you regain the weight. Sometimes if you're not getting enough sleep or you're really stressed out, that will have an impact on your weight. So again, don't give up on yourself. Stick with it. Go talk to your care provider. You need a really good relationship with your care provider where you feel like you can talk to them. They won't give you any judgment. They'll help you investigate what's going on and help you find the treatment that you need to reach your health goals. All right. I hope this is helpful. If you have any comments, any experience that you've had, any tips that you have for living while you're on GLP-1s, go ahead and drop those into the comments. I think it's important to support one another. Be proud of yourself for going to get medical help, legitimate medical help, working with a licensed care provider, and just giving yourself the health care that you need. It's huge. It's really huge. Take care.